Okay.
Okay.
So before we begin, I would like to take a couple moments to respectfully acknowledge the land on which we virtually gather today as the ancestral homelands of the Beothuk and the island of Dahumguk as the unceded traditional territories of the Beothuk and Mi'kmaq. We also acknowledge Labrador as the traditional and ancestral homelands of the Innu of Nitassinan and the Inuit of Nunatsiavut and Nunatukavut. We recognize all First Peoples who were here before us, those who live with us now, and the generations to come. I would also like to respectfully acknowledge the land that I am currently on as the territories of the Coquitlam First Nations. Welcome to the 15th Annual Excellence in Visual Arts Awards. Tonight, we are celebrating some of the very best of Newfoundland and Labrador visual artists and visual arts culture. This event is organized by VANL-CARFAC, Visual Artists Newfoundland and Labrador, Canadian Artist Representation, Le Fonds d'Artistes Canadiens, a nonprofit organization whose mandate is to raise the socioeconomic status of visual artists in our province and to be a voice for the visual arts sector and visual artists across Newfoundland and Labrador. My name is Emma Burry, and I am an interdisciplinary artist originally from Newfoundland, but currently residing in Coquitlam, British Columbia, and I will be the host for this evening. I'd also like to forewarn you all that I am a proud owner of a very vocal and attention-seeking cat that may try to crash this party. This is the 15th EVA Awards, and after an incredibly difficult year and having to postpone the awards in 2020, we are delighted to be back and to celebrate our artists and our community. And now, to bring greetings on behalf of the Government of Newfoundland and Labrador, please welcome the Director of Arts and Heritage, Gary Osmond. Jerry, you're actually muted right now. Sorry.
The joys of technology.
Absolutely.
I will start again. Good evening. It is a pleasure to be able to join you tonight for this event. Mr. Cracker is unable to attend this evening and sends his regrets. I'm delighted to be here tonight on his behalf. If a single word could be used to capture the unique essence of Newfoundland and Labrador, it is culture. A culture that reflects nearly 9,000 years of Indigenous presence, more than 1,000 years of European contact, 500 years of European settlement, and the influences of the many new Canadians who have since come to call this province home. Our multifaceted culture is expressed and celebrated every day in our art, literature, music, traditions and practices, built heritage, languages, food, oral histories, and storytelling. Participation in cultural activities enriches individual and community life and promotes social inclusion, while cultural networks lead to opportunities and successes. Our cultural industries have a solid track record of contributing to economic growth. In a place where culture is so profoundly part of our daily life, it is no surprise that arguably our most recognized national and international exports from the cultural sector. For decades, artists have successfully brought our culture to the national and international stage, allowing us to celebrate their achievements and take pride in what sets us apart. This past year and a half has had an unprecedented impact on the cultural sector, including those in the visual arts community. The Department of Tourism, Culture, Arts, and Recreation continues to support our artists as they strive to return to a sense of normalcy in the industry. As part of this commitment, provincial government is pleased to support VANL this year through an $80,000 investment from the Culture Economic Development Program to assist with daily operations. With the pandemic putting a hold on the awards last year, It is absolutely wonderful to see this important event continue this year, so we can celebrate the work of our amazing visual artists. Since 2006, the EVAs have played a central role in encouraging and supporting artistic expression throughout the province, celebrating the achievements of visual artists, recognizing the significant contribution the visual arts makes to the vibrant and dynamic culture of Newfoundland and Labrador. So on behalf of the provincial government, congratulations to this year's Excellence in Visual Arts Awards winners. Your work is a testament to the outstanding talent we have here in the province and its impact on the national and international arts community. I wish you all success as you continue to create, imagine, and inspire. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Jerry. And before we get to the presentation on the awards, speaking on behalf of VANL-CARFAC's Board of Directors, I'd like to welcome VANL-CARFAC Chair, Daniel Rumbold.
Okay, can you hear me? I think we're good. Awesome. Hi, everyone. My name is Daniel Rumbold, and I am the Chair of Visual Artists in Newfoundland and Labrador. Welcome to the annual Excellence in Visual Arts Awards. This evening, we'll be honoring many incredible artists across various fields and disciplines and recognizing their accomplishments over the past 2 years. The award ceremony certainly, as you can tell, looks different this year, but as we collectively navigate a world recovering from the tragedies of the past year, I think it's more important than ever to uphold the arts community and to find time to celebrate with one another. So in light of this challenging year, I would like to thank the VANL staff, Dave and Kristen, for working through the hurdles that we've come up against. There's been quite a few of those. I would also like to thank my fellow board members for their ongoing commitment and dedication to the arts and to exploring new ways to better serve our artists. I would like to thank those businesses, individuals, organizations who have generously sponsored the EVA Awards in the past. This year, we worked really hard to ensure that the EVAs were possible without requesting sponsors from our supporters who have had a financially difficult year. I would also like to thank our funders, of course, the Government of Newfoundland and Labrador and the City of St. John's for their continued support in the arts. But most of all, I would like to thank each and every one of you, the members of our incredibly resilient arts community. Our collective action over the past 2 years have made it possible that our province is now a place that fosters artists in all the ways that we navigate the world, evolve our practices, and challenge the status quo. I'm really excited by the potential that is created by a community supported by one another and then also supported by funders who understand that art truly does equal work. So another note about logistics, please bear with us as we work through the online issues that rarely pop up during Zoom presentations and streaming. There might particularly be delays with videos popping up on the YouTube live stream, but rest assured that this ceremony is being recorded via Zoom and it will be available online shortly after the ceremony tonight. So if you feel like there's delays or you're missing something, you will get the full package later. With all of that being said, and an extra little prayer to the Zoom powers that be, we're going to commence tonight's ceremony. I'm going to hand it back over to Emma Burry, who, as you know, is the host for this evening. So thank you all very much and enjoy your time.
Thank you, Daniel. And now on to the awards. So the first award, we will be presenting tonight is the Emerging Artist Award. The Emerging Artist Award, which comes with $2,000 cash prize, honors the promising start made by an emerging visual artist in the early stages of their career. The shortlist nominees of the Emerging Artist Award are Alex Antle. Alex Antle is an emerging Anu artist located in Ilmastigwik, Jahumguk, Bay of Islands, Newfoundland, and has been learning and practicing beadwork for 4 years with the guidance of a community of Mi'kmaq beaders and has begun incorporating traditional practices into her work, including caribou tufting and quill work. Alex's work explores the relationship between traditional and modern Mi'kmaq people. She is interested in living culture, the evolution of Mi'kmaq culture, and the importance of land and water. Alex has exhibited her work in galleries across Atlantic Canada and frequently shares her skill through beading workshops. Alex also creates wearable art and runs a small arts-based business, Bunchberry Beadwork. Emily Critch. Emily Critch is an artist, curator, and writer of Mi'kmaq and settler descent ancestry from Ilmasquik to Humguk territory, Bay of Islands, Newfoundland. She received her BFA in Visual Arts from Memorial University in 2018 and exhibited her work at the Grenfell Art Gallery, The Rooms, Eastern Edge, and most recently was part of the group exhibition The Wildflower in Iceland. Recent curatorial projects include visiting Logan MacDonald at Grenfell Art Gallery, and these are our monuments, opening this fall with the Owens Art Gallery. She has been the recipient of several awards, including the Ellen Rusted Award for Print Media, and received the Cox and Palmer Pivotal Point Grant in 2020. Emily is currently based in St. John's as the 2020-2021 John Wright Scholar at St. Michael's Print Shop and working as the program coordinator with the Indigenous Curatorial Collective. Ashley Hemmings. Ashley Hemmings is an artist and gallery worker based in St. John's, Newfoundland. They completed their BFA in Visual Arts at Memorial University of Newfoundland in 2018 and an MFA in Visual Art at the University of Windsor in 2021. Using play and humor as methodology, Ashley's practice combines locally rooted craft processes with video installation, digital drawing, bio art, and collecting to consider the relationships between humans and the natural world. Ashley has worked at a number of art galleries and artist-run centers, including Eastern Edge Gallery, the Grenfell Art Gallery, the Rooms Provincial Art Gallery, and Incubator Art Lab. Ethan Murphy. Ethan Murphy is a photographer born and raised in St. John's, Newfoundland. He holds a Bachelor of Fine Arts in Photography Studies from Ryerson University. His work links identity and place by reflecting on the psychological impact of Newfoundland's rural environment. Murphy's work is concerned with a fluctuating perspective acquired from leaving and returning to the island that enables him to renegotiate his connection to its remote areas. He reconciles his relationship with identity, loss, memory, and family while examining the Newfoundland landscape post-COD moratorium. Murphy has exhibited internationally and was awarded the Scotiabank New Generation Photography Award in 2019. And this year's winner of the Emerging Artist Award is Alex Antle.
Wow, awesome. Thank you so much. That's amazing. Wow. I have to thank two very, very important people, both Emily Critch and Sean O'Hagan. Emily Critch has supported and encouraged me so much. I definitely would not have ventured into the art world without her support. And Sean O'Hagan has been mentoring me over the past 7 months. And she has just supported me so much. Everything that I've accomplished in the last 7 months has been with her support and encouragement. So wow, thank you. And of course, thank you to VANL and the selection committee for seeing the value in my work. This is so encouraging. Yeah, wow, thank you so much.
Congratulations again, Alex. Our next award tonight is the Critical Eye Award, which recognizes the impact that critical art writing can have on visual artists' careers. Any writer worldwide who has written about an LNL artist in any recognized print or online publication during the past calendar year is eligible for consideration. The winner will receive $2,000. The shortlisted nominees are Jen Thornhill Verma. Jen Thornhill Verma is a journalist from Newfoundland and Labrador, living in Ottawa, covering coastlines, climate, community, and culture. In 2019, Jen published her first book, Cod Collapse: The Rise and Fall of Newfoundland's Saltwater Cowboys. She has a Master of Fine Arts in Creative Nonfiction from University of King's College and a Master of Science Medicine from Memorial University of Newfoundland. In 2020, Verma became a Fellow of the Royal Canadian Geographical Society. She has bylines in such publications as Canadian Geographic, Down Home, Explore, The Global Mail, The Narwhal, Newfoundland Quarterly, Reader's Digest, and Saltscapes. Verma was nominated for her 2020 piece, Portraits and Portrayals, on the work of Nelson White, published by Down Home Life. And our other shortlisted nominee is Jane Walker. Jane Walker is an artist, writer, and organizer based on the Bonavista Peninsula. She holds a BFA from Grenfell Campus Memorial University and a Master's of Research from the Glasgow School of Art. Jane works in a variety of media and has shared her work in exhibitions, publications, and talks in Canada, Scotland, England, Ireland, France, and Singapore. As an emerging art writer, she has written for Canadian Art, Visual Arts News, Art North, as well as numerous exhibition text and independent publications since 2019. Jane is also an art administrator who has been contributing to projects across the island for 10 years, most recently Union House Arts, Bonavista Biennale, and Craft at the Edge. Walker was nominated this year for her piece, Keep the Lights On, Will Gill, Peppa Chan, and Mike Goff in Visual Arts News. And the winner is Jane Walker.
I don't know if I'm on here or not. I am.
You're all good, Jane.
Like you can see me right now? Okay, I can't see myself. So thank you so much. My heart is racing. I'm here at Union House Arts with a bunch of people right now. So it feels like actually like at an award ceremony. So thank you to the artists that have like graciously shared their practices with me. And I've had such a fun time writing over the last few years where I've been focusing on it. The editors who have encouraged me so much. Special shout out to Shannon Webb Campbell, who when I wrote this piece, she sent it back with like no edits, which was pretty validating. So thank you, Shannon. And yeah, everyone who's taken the time to read my work and encourage my writing. To VANL, I know it's a huge feat to arrange these awards each year. And my nominators, thank you, everybody. I really appreciate it. And also, congratulations to Jen. Really honored to be on the short list with you. So thank you.
Awesome. Congratulations, Jane. Before we present the next award, we would just like to take a moment here to thank this year's awards jury. From St. John's, artist and VANL board member, Charlotte Hobden, Robin Anderson, who is a print and photo technician at Grenfell campus of Memorial University in Corner Brook, and Catherine Arsenault, who is the Director of Special Projects in Galeries Saint-Nom in Moncton, New Brunswick. Arsenault is an artist and photographer. She is also on the board of directors for Atlantis, the Association of Artists-Run Centers from the Atlantic. Jurying these awards is a difficult but rewarding process, and we'd like to thank you all for your hard work. The next award is the Endurance Award, which recognizes the consistent dedication and commitment to an artist to their professional practice and to sustained creative output. This year's Endurance Award recipient was an award-winning book artist, painter, teacher, and advocate, whose influence has been felt by many artists all throughout the province and across North America. Born in Texas in 1953, she originally came to Newfoundland in 1989 to visit a friend and never left. Over that time, she exhibited in many solo and group shows from the Christina Parker Gallery, and her work has been included in numerous exhibitions across Canada, the USA, and abroad. She was elected to the Royal Canadian Academy of the Arts for Book Design in 2012 and received the Ulkin Award for Book Design in 2018. As a book artist, she possessed a rare level of expertise in fine press printing and bookmaking, and collaborated with artists and writers in the province and across North America, including D. Dabonnet, Luban Boykov, Elena Popova, Kevin Major, and Meredith Barry, and many others. She described herself as a voyeur in the original sense of the word, one who watches, intrigued by things unexpected and by subtle change, and she incorporated this sense of quiet observation into her paintings and bookworks. Beyond her own work, her commitment to the arts community was constant. Her volunteer and community work included being on the boards of Eastern Edge Gallery, VANL-CARFAC, and the Arts and Letters Committee of the Government of Newfoundland and Labrador. She was a fierce advocate for the rights of artists and health of the arts community as a whole. A mentor to many, she generously shared her knowledge and her incomparable skills in book design and painting with many artists and school children through the Art Smarts program, the Anna Templeton Center, and innumerable workshops at St. Michael's Print Shop. She passed along her skills to many who demonstrated the interest and the commitment required to reach the level of excellence she knew the craft demanded. Sadly, in 2021, Newfoundland and Labrador lost one of its finest artists, its strongest advocates, and its best teachers. However, her legacy lives on in her work, and as Kevin Major wrote, her legacy lies in her investment in young artists. Many have spent time at her studio as assistants, learning not just the art of printing books, but how to be an artist. She mentored them as she trained them, and she helped them shape their careers. She will live on in the lives of these artists. We are very pleased to announce the 2021 recipient of the Endurance Award is Tara Bryan. Here to accept the award is Tara's sister, Teresa Tidwell.
Good evening to everyone who's participating tonight in the VANL Awards. I'm Teresa Tidwell. I'm Tara Bryan's sister. And on Tara's behalf, I want to thank you for giving her the Endurance Award. It is quite an honor for her, and I know that she would have been very pleased. In St. John's, Tara found a home for herself as part of your artist community. In Newfoundland, she found landscapes and icebergs. She allowed herself to grow, to paint, draw, design, print, create, experiment, and perfect. Tara once told me that when she would hear someone say, "Oh, that artist is very talented," she would remind me that creating good art was about a lot of hard work. Talent might be one component, but it was the hard work that got you there. She paid careful attention, she honed her skills, she constantly practiced, and she made a concerted effort to make her art better. Practically from the moment she landed in Newfoundland, she started collaborating. She collaborated with Di, with Ann Barry and Kevin, with Lubin and Elena, with Janet, with Marnie, with Crispin, and not least of all, with Duncan. Through those collaborations, her artwork grew and her creations improved. And I know I've probably missed many people, other artists that she collaborated with. For me, as her sister, when I would come to see her paintings and shows at the Rooms or at Christina Parker's, or maybe hanging in Norton's Cove in Wesleyville, or even in her studio, I was never more proud of her and her art. In the Rooms, when she had her show there, I sat in that gallery for hours, just taking it in and thinking, oh my God, Tara painted that. At letterpress book shows, we met in Oxford, in Berkeley, and other places. I'd look at her books, at the Jack in the Box book, Making Bread Not Bombs, or Down the Rabbit Hole, and I'd wonder, how did she do that? How did she think of that? How did she execute that? In addition, Tara was a natural teacher. She taught bookmaking and printing, drawing and painting, because she wanted everyone to share in the joy of creating. She also worked to strengthen the artist community, and she grew the letterpress community. And I know that she touched a lot of you and a lot of people in St. John's. And that's why I think that getting this Endurance Award from VANL would have been very important to her. Because her community, her artist community, was very important to her. So thank you. Thank all of you for giving her a space to grow and to flourish. Recently, Duncan wrote an email to me, and he said, you know, it's no surprise that Tara endures. So I think it's quite appropriate that she would get the Endurance Award, because she does. She endures in all of us, in her family and her friends, in her artist community, and in her paintings and in her books. On behalf of Tara, I send to all of you her thanks. Thank you very much. Thank you all very much.
Thank you so much, Teresa, and thanks to Tara. The next award for this evening is the presentation of the Mary McDonald Award, named to honor Newfoundland's beloved arts administrator, curator, and writer, Mary McDonald. Mary demonstrated unfailing belief in and support for the work of artists and arts organizations as being absolutely necessary and essential. This award thanks an individual or organization whose efforts have helped to sustain and build the visual arts sector. The winner of this award will win $1,000 and an artwork by Molly Margaret, commissioned especially for this year's award. The year's recipient was founded in 2017 as a space for community, residents, and artists to connect, to expand ideas about what art can be, how and where it can be shown, and to provide accessible arts programming to the community. In this short time, this organization has created numerous opportunities for artists and craftspeople from Newfoundland and around the globe to share, create, collaborate, and learn together in an accessible community. They have programmed nearly 36 artists in residence, giving local artists and other community members access to a variety of artists and artworks, as well as technical and cultural knowledge from around the province and the country. This included establishing a family residency to address the barriers often faced by parent artists. In 2020, they partnered with Grenfell Campus to create the experimental learning course to allow participating students to build their art practice outside the university setting. They have brought a wide variety of arts programming to Bonavista Peninsula, ranging from Halloween puppet shows, workshops, summer camps, as well as group and solo shows supporting both emerging and established artists, and expanding the arts education in their region. Their regular Makers Nights provide a valuable opportunity for artists to exchange traditional local skills and knowledge with contemporary approaches. In a relatively short time, they have already made an outstanding contribution to building and sustaining the visual arts on the Bonavista Peninsula and in the province as a new art hub in the community. This year's recipient of the Mary McDonald Award is Union House Arts. Here to accept the award is Jane Walker.
Can you see us, hear us? Yes.
Yes, we can.
Yeah, okay. Okay, we're all here, so I'm just gonna start by saying we are so honored to accept the Mary McDonald Award this evening. Thank you so much, especially so given the award's namesake, Mary, and her legacy in the arts here in the province, and advocacy and just encouragement and moving forward. So with that said, I'd just like to thank the board, staff, volunteers, all the visiting and participating artists, friends of Union House Arts, sponsors, everybody who has supported us in any way since the beginning. We really, really appreciate that. Our nominators as well, and the team at VANL for pulling this off. So huge thanks, and I just want to kind of do a little show of our little community here tonight, watching the Evas. Yay! Thank you so much.
Awesome. That's wonderful. Congratulations, Union House Arts. So happy to see everybody together. The final award this evening is the Milestone Award, which celebrates a visual artist who has achieved a significant milestone in their career through exhibition or presentation, a breakthrough in their practice, or new and innovative exploration. The winner will receive a prize of $2,000. The shortlisted nominees are Kay Bryan. Kaylee Bryan is an award-winning visual artist, curator, and performer based in St. John's, Newfoundland. 2019 and 2020 have both been milestone years for Kaylee. Bryan performed and exhibited at the Room's Provincial Art Gallery, Eastern Edge Gallery, and their performances and wearable art were featured in a residency at the Klondike Institution for Art and Culture. As a part of the Retroflex collection, Bryan helped to curate a year's worth of performances, installations, and participatory projects. Their curations included trans historian Days Jeffries and artist Coco Guzman's exhibition, A Hole So Big It Became the Sky. Artist Dinah Danger's exhibition, Big Uns, as well as Joshua Vilu's Surface Tension, or What Holds an Us Together, a 40-ton sand sculpture at Eastern Edge Gallery. Kaylee also co-curated the exhibition Handiwork with Bruno Vinas at the Craft Council of Newfoundland Gallery, celebrating the resourceful do-it-yourself culture that underpins drag and craft histories. As a circus and drag performer, Kaylee and her drag house, the Femme Fatales, created 13 performances. Bryan's drag personas, like Floppins the Clown, have recultivated an inclusive queer community that celebrates all the best parts of queer aesthetics, community, and performance art. Kaylee's artistic community and cultural work have fundamentally shifted the landscape of the St. John's arts and queer communities. They have brought these worlds into conversation and collaboration in unprecedented ways that draw on and connect to the long lineage of queer artistic practice that exists in Newfoundland and Labrador. Jessica Waterman. Artist Jessica Waterman utilizes both wood and textiles, combining the two materials she feels best reflects the character of Newfoundland and Labrador. Finding inspiration in town settings and wilderness alike, Waterman's color schemes range from bright and joyful, not unlike the row houses in St. John's, to solemn yet powerful, similar to the natural environment in Grossmoor. 2019 and 2020 were big years for Jessica Waterman. In 2019, Jessica completed a mural on Solomon's Lane in St. John's for the Craft Council of Newfoundland and Labrador. The project was a representation of traditional craft and how it can be transformed into different mediums for different applications. In 2020, Jessica left her mark on one of the most important pieces of infrastructure in the province, the Gander International Airport. Jessica completely designed and built the gift shop, art gallery, and boardroom of the airport. Using her interior and custom design skills, Jessica also created original wallpaper, pillows, mugs, and t-shirts, and implemented a feature wall in the gift shop that reflected the town's aviation history in a contemporary light. In addition, Jessica designed the new bar of the International Lounge to be opened later this year. Nelson White. Nelson White is an artist and illustrator who is a member of the Flat Bay First Nations band Nogma Village in Flat Bay, Newfoundland. In 2019 and 2020, Nelson's career has gone from strength to strength, from being the first Indigenous artist in residence at the Rooms to being featured on the front cover of Riddle Fence. 2020 established a new pinnacle of his career thus far, with a touring solo show, the creations of a new body of work exhibited at Eastern Edge Gallery, and a monumental purchase of his painting by the Smithsonian. His exhibition, Tukin was shown at the Grenfell Art Gallery, Corner Brook, Newfoundland in August 2021, the Confederation Center Art Gallery in PEI in October 2020, and will open at the Art Gallery of Nova Scotia in October 2021. Currently, Nelson is one of four artists with a mural on display at the Avalon Mall, paying tribute to first-line workers throughout the pandemic. Moving forward, Nelson will be an artist in residence from Fogo Island Arts in October of 2021. In 2020, White's painting, Veteran Elder, was collected by the Smithsonian Institution's Museum of the American Indian. To put this unparalleled accomplishment into perspective, only 2% of the Institute's collection is dedicated to contemporary art. And of that 2%, only 3.5% is Canadian. White's achievements over the past 2 years were exceptional and are a testament to the importance of his artistic voice. Darcy Wilson. Darcy Wilson is an interdisciplinary artist based in Corner Brook, where she teaches in the Visual Arts program at Memorial University's Grenfell campus. Over the last 2 years, Wilson's life and career have been filled by a remarkable number of personal and professional milestones. In January 2019, while 7 months pregnant, Wilson opened an exhibition encompassing the entire exhibition space at the Dalhousie University Art Gallery. During that time, Wilson received a grant from Arts NL to facilitate a new body of work for an exhibition called The Impossible Museum, and in June was shortlisted for the Sobey Art Award. In the same year, with baby in tow, Wilson worked on a new iteration of her project, The Memorialist, with the Alberta Art Gallery in Edmonton, participated in the Bonavista Biennale, and completed a new series of performance work, an interdisciplinary project called Number One Fan, a part of which was installed in the Dontera Community Center. In the spring 2019, a video piece, All For You, was included in the exhibition Future Possible at the Rooms. While realizing the show at the AGA, Wilson was invited to include a hooked piece in the Loops to Live By exhibition at the Rooms. During this time, Wilson was featured on the cover of Riddle Fence magazine, on the cover of Vie des Arts magazine, in Ramble.ca's Arts and Culture column, and in Border Crossings magazine. Her project, The Impossible Museum, was installed as a 2-person experimental show at the Thomas McCulloch Museum in Halifax, and was again longlisted for the Sobey Art Award. In July 2020, her video Number One Fan, Long Run, was screened as part of the Owens Art Gallery's remote programming initiatives. In November 2020, co-curated an outdoor public installation and performance by artist Lou Shepard, hosted by the Grenfell Gallery in Margaret Bowater Park in Corner Brook. Following all of these remarkable achievements, Wilson welcomed her second child, a milestone couple of years for a remarkable artist. And this year's winner of the Milestone Award is Kaylee Bryan.
Hello, can you hear
All
me?
good. We can hear you and see you.
I am shocked and amazed and honored. Thank you so much. My computer pretty much died before right before these awards happened. So I cabbed to my friend's house, and I'm very grateful she's here to celebrate with me. There are so many people that I would like to thank, because none of the things that I've accomplished in the last 2 years could have been done without working with within, you know, 2S LGBTQIA communities here who are so insightful and compassionate, and I think are very good at holding space for one another and at holding each other accountable in a way that is like filled with care, which is certainly what I experienced while undertaking the work of Retroflex in 2019 curatorially. Lots of people to thank there, obviously Eastern Edge Gallery and all of the artists, and some other special folks, including April White and Joshua Vetivelu, Kate Lahi and Emily Critch, and my colleagues in Retroflex, of course, Jason Wells and Jason Penny. All of these people helped me to get critical perspective. We invested a lot of time together in figuring out how to really try and take care of each other and take care of our artists, which can be really challenging sometimes in you know, institutional landscapes that can be quite extractive. So I feel like, you know, this award belongs to that community that worked so hard to build and hold space together in terms of, and then COVID happened and a whole new milestone was achieved, which was the combination of circus and drag. And that's just been such an exciting creative adventure for me. And I have lots of people to thank there as well, but I'd like to specifically highlight Benny Malone at Wonderbolt Circus and Harry O'Dulla at iFly Aerial Arts. And most especially my coach and artistic mentor, Keely Whitelaw, for all of the creative development and opportunities they've given me to take my strange queerness into the air. So it's a super huge honor to be up here alongside artists that are so talented, who I admire so much, Jessica Nelson and Darcy. So anyways, thank you all so much. I'm so grateful.
Congratulations again, Kaylee. And that wraps up another year. On behalf of all the artists, the board, and staff of VANL-CARFAC and myself, thank you for attending the 15th Annual EVA Awards. And we hope that we'll be back together in person, hopefully very soon. Thank you all for tuning in, and congratulations again to all the nominees and winners. And everybody, please have a good night.